Well, hello there and welcome. I'm Senior Mash and thanks for your company. I really appreciate the feedback, the comments, the likes and the subscribe. And thank you very much to the guys at Talking Rugby Union for helping amplify what I've got to say across their social media and YouTube channels. Well, it is the week before the Six Nations, so what have I seen? Well, plenty of reflections, plenty of memories, and on Substack, I really have started to develop those reflections and memories. And if you get a chance, take a look. Some of it won't be up your street, but some may be. Senior Mash Reflections is the name of the Substack channel that I use. I talk about rugby, talking about rugby union, but I also talk about some local history and local memories, and enjoy them. You might find them quite interesting. Two of my other favourites on Substack are Ted Joyer, The Honest Broker, and Tim Bain's art. If you get a chance and you go and explore Substack, I do encourage you to take a look at those two. I've just started to follow Ben Mercer. You'll remember Ben from his book Fringes. Take a look, he's doing some very interesting things. Also just noticed that John Cleese, Monty Python, Fawlty Towers, has just joined Substack together with James Patterson and Nick Hornby. So I'm not saying that I'm as accomplished as the aforementioned, but I'm enjoying writing and recording. And that's my logo for Substack. Looking forward, looking at memories, looking at reflections all over the world. So what have I seen this week? Week 21. Can you believe week 21? Wow. Let's keep going and let's enjoy rugby wherever we are. Let's get down to our local clubs. Let's support our players, our coaches and the volunteers. It's well worth it. As you know, I call out my favourites, and there is none more so than Johnny Matthews, Glasgow Warriors and Scotland. And Gregor, why didn't you select him? Good 70-odd minutes over the weekend. Johnny, well played, really stepping up and showing huge leadership. Very, very proud of you. And I've got so much respect for Johnny. And it's good to see him working alongside URC and Looseheads, encouraging everyone to talk openly with each other. Well done, Johnny. Good work. Talking Rugby Union, specifically Chris Heal and Joe Harvey have had a long involvement with Looseheads, and it dates back from what I can find on their website to September 2019. So well done the team at Talking Rugby Union, well done the team at Looseheads. I did enjoy, when I was looking back at the archives as Talking Rugby Union's website, picking this one, Looseheads times TRU podcast. Sean Edwards, brackets, just a lad from Wigan. Well, you watch him during the Six Nations. He's more than a lad from Wigan, I assure you. And Ed Slater, what a man. So much respect. Cannot start to imagine what MND means. We've seen it with Rob Burrows, with Doddy Weir, with Ed Slater. Horrific, horrendous, horrible. And to see the man himself attending the Slater Cup game down at Gloucester was so good. Gloucester came out the winners, 38-31. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the game, really did. Thought it was very positive. Think Gloucester really are entertaining the crowd. And even David Flatman looked like he was enjoying it in his For Ed beanie. alongside George Skivington. That's my opportunity to say, if you get the opportunity, text 4ED to 70560. So, Saturday the 25th of January, just gone, National League. What was going on? What can I tell you? Love this social media post from Sheffield RUFC. What a great photograph. And it looks like a well-earned away win for Sheffield. Isha pulled off a surprise. Remember those 4 R's from the National One? Well, Rosslyn Park went to Isha and a high-scoring game, 52-42, but Isha getting the points. Superb, Isha. Well done. I'm sure Mr. Inverdale will be well pleased. And talking of R's, Richmond headed north to play Sale FC. And wow, 32-18 to Sale against the top of the league. Well done, Sale FC. Must have been absolutely superb performance in the second half. Another of my favourites, you know them well, Sedgley Park, headed to Bishop Stortford. Tough away fixture and came away with a 22-19 victory. And here from Bishop Stortford's social media, well played, Sedge. Deserved win. Good to see. Hotting up down at the bottom, hotting up at the top. Keep an eye on National One. And Plymouth Albion. That was a narrow victory, but one of my tips for the season seemed to be coming back into form. At the top of National One, Rotherham making their position very, very strong. They're in that top 4, and travelling to Dings was never going to be an easy game. And a 45-26 away victory. Big win for them. Well done, Rotherham. Elsewhere in national leagues, well, Lim got back to winning ways, and their own social media said, a huge bonus point win for the visitors. Get in! Well, good game down at Harrogate by the looks of it. Blue skies. A few clouds, but well done, Lim. I was watching through social media the Fylde Hull Ionians game, and that looked very close indeed. And I think Ionians are starting to get back to their roots, using their DNA to play rugby, and that's a good thing. As ever, Fylde's coverage on social media is outstanding, and they are to be congratulated. Well done, Fylde. And there's another close one, Redruth 31 versus Old Redcliffians. I'm not sure if that's blue sky or grey sky, but good win for Redruth. Well done. National 2 hotting up. Dorking, that looks close. 22-23 versus Henley Hawks. Ooh, good rugby being played. And Taunton Rugby Club putting in some hard yards. I think actually this was a Friday night under lights game. And Taunton came away with a victory against Exeter University. The county town club at Veritas Park prides itself on enjoying rugby. Love rugby. That's what I want to hear. If you're in Taunton, get down, watch your team. And in Australia, it was the HSB Sevens, and both men and women playing in Perth. Interesting fixtures, and one of the things I wanted to call out was actually the Spanish men's sevens team finishing third, beating South Africa. Good result. And it is very, very positive to see this HSB 7 series continuing to go full throttle on social media, live stream, terrestrial TV. It's great for promoting rugby. If you enjoy fast, free-flowing rugby, I'd encourage you to look up where Sevens is being played this summer in the UK, in Europe, in the US. Get down and watch it. Party atmosphere, great young athletes, male and female, participating in high-intensity rugby. Get down and watch it. And if you're in Spain, why not go and watch the Spanish Sevens team? They're looking good. The main event saw Australia v New Zealand in the women's final. And it was Australia who came out top. Well done, Aussie. Go Aussie. And in the men's sevens, different year, same result. Los Pumas sevens, winning in Perth. Great result. Well done, Argentina. Last week, there was some real intrigue on social media around this incredible story. Thanks, Angus, and thanks, Will Owen, for the tweets. Thoroughly enjoyed them. Incredible story last night. So this is a week ago. Ealing Trailfinder scrum half Craig Hampson played against Chinner FC, a team he is the coach of. Will Owen, obsessed with this. Did he do video analysis on how to target himself? Did he tell Ealing all their calls? Wow, did he get pissy when his teammates went, they aren't that good, lads, at half-time? So many questions, but love it. Well done. Great to see Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, putting up such great commentary from very, very passionate analysts, Angus and Will. Great to see. Thank you very much for sharing. Rugby on TV. Well, there were 3 games that I was able to watch for my delight. Gloucester versus Leicester, Glasgow versus Connacht, and Sale versus Bath. And, as you saw, Gloucester came out winners against Leicester. So, what of Glasgow and what of Sale, Bath and Connacht? And any interesting Six Nations gossip as a result of various games? Well, Bath took the win, 32-23, and those of you that follow my British and Irish Lions predictor, Ruaridh McConaughey scores 2 tries. Maybe I'll have him back. Remember, he was in my starting 15 the first week. I did my predictor for the British Irish Lions. Great bloke, Ruaridh. Can't speak highly enough of him as a player and as a gentleman. So thrilled to see you go over for those 2 tries. And Bath, you really did make it very, very hard for Sale. Finn Russell, chapeau. That was some thinking towards the end. Talking of Bath, I wanted to call out Rich Lane. So Rich is at Bristol. I think, for me, I go back to seeing Rich in 2010 playing for Bath Academy when my son was playing, and they would play in the A-League games on Monday night. And let me tell you that in 2010, Rich Lane was indeed capable of scoring tries and doing these perfect passes whilst running at speed. It was something to behold, and I would always enjoy watching Rich Lane playing those A-League games. Was surprised that he went off the radar a little bit, going into the championship and proving himself before coming back with Bristol and showing what a great, great player he is. And talking of the Bath Academy, Miles Reid is one that I've followed through the academy and obviously now a regular with the Bath team. Interested in that young journalist I was telling you about the other week, Sam Jess, just calling out that he could be considered to be one of the best flankers in the league, and he never gets talked about for England caps. I tend to agree with you, Sam, and to the others, Rugby Inside Line and Sam Roberts, thanks for your great contributions on X, formerly Twitter, that really encourage rugby fans to get down, watch rugby. So, Glasgow, good win. Very tight in the end. Some blustery conditions, and Ben Afshar at the end was almost trembling with cold. It was horrendous conditions, and both teams really tried to keep the ball in hand to avoid being a victim of that weather. But great game, thoroughly enjoyed it. Johnny Matthews, great 70-odd minutes. Well done, Johnny. Keep up the good work. And from the Six Nations, just a couple of things. You know, why are props so important? Well, if you Google it, it says used for pushing in the scrum. Well, let me tell you, props do more than that. And one of those props that does everything is Tad Furlong. And as Murray Kinsella reports from Portugal, emerges as a major doubt for Ireland's Six Nations game against England. Wow, that's huge. And one that I picked up from a tweet from a Gloucester fan, Max Llewellyn was absolute machine today. You're so right. And I still can't understand why Gats hasn't considered him. There he is playing on the wing. He's a centre, I think, by nature. He would be such a great player alongside Thomas Williams and Josh Hathaway. Gats, what's going on with Wales? No doubt we'll see at the weekend. So as ever, massive thanks to Talking Rugby Union. Take a look at their website, give them a like, give them a subscribe, give them a follow. If you like what you're hearing from me, you can see more of it on Substack. I really appreciate you listening to me, and without you, this wouldn't make a lot of sense. So thanks to all, and see you for the Six Nations.